So imagine. We call to order the May 24th, 2022 meeting of the Board of Adjustments. First off, we have a roll call of members. Mr. Willie Robinson.
Present.
Mr. Jake Jofreon.
Present.
Mr. Devin Graham.
Present.
And Steve Jofreon, Chairman, is present. Absent tonight, we have Mr. Willie Kratz and Mr. Brandon Bennett. Next up, we have public comments. Any public comments for or against the Board of Adjustments?
No one signed up.
No one signed up. Okay, we're going to close the public comments. Next, I'll entertain a motion for the acceptance of the minutes of the April 26, 2022 meeting.
Motion.
Motion by Devin Graham.
Second.
Second by Mr. Willie Robinson. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have acceptance of the written decisions of the April 26, 2022 meeting.
Motion.
Motion by Devin Graham.
I'll second.
Second by Jake Jofreon. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. First up tonight, we have a public hearing to consider the following variance zoning review IDPZ 2646.22 Lot B of Quail Creek, first filing, Part 1 for Sheena Menard. Anybody here to speak on this matter? Did y'all sign up with the, no, we're not yet. We'll open it for public comment in a minute. Okay, Ms. Sheena's not here, so we can't ask her any questions. Any comments, discussion from the board?
She says she's not present.
No. Not present.
Move this to another date.
No,
She's not present.
no, can't do that.
So Lance, let me, if you don't mind, I'll bring you in. This is the one that we got a few months. She pulled it, I believe, or something?
Yeah, she pulled it, and so she stated she would tear it down, and now she's submitted an application, and she's not here.
Okay. But it is, I mean, I don't live far from there. It is in place as of right now, right? The building?
Yes, correct, yes, there.
So I rode by there and checked it out. So basically, it's a shed that's built. It's got a lean-to off the side of it. And this lean-to is 6 inches into the side building line setback. That's what it amounts to.
6 inches.
Yes. Right. Okay. Any discussion from the board? All right, next I'll open it up for public comment. Anyone here to speak for or against this matter? You step up to the podium, state your name, and tell us what you got, please.
My name is Ronald Bourgeois. I live on Lot A, which is the north side of where this building is built on Lot B. I want to say that the building was done without a permit. It was constructed, and right now I'm receiving stormwater from that building. It's that close to the fence where the water just cascades off of the building, and it doesn't fall on the ground right by the building. It cascades over the fence. And I don't see how this was ever allowed, being that you have a permit system in the parish. It's supposed to be 5 feet, and I understand that the building is less than 5 feet. Okay? And that's all I have to say is that, in other words, the building is all right as long as that lean-to comes down, and I don't have any problem with it, but the lean-to is what's causing the problem.
Yeah, we're not here about permits. That's not our department. We're here simply to see if a variance would be granted or not.
Well, that's my only reason why it shouldn't be granted, because it was done without a permit. And another thing I want to mention too, that the driveway, all she did was just extend that driveway. The lot is 200 feet long. And I bet you she's got 175 feet of concrete that is 2 feet from the property line, which in turn also pours water from storm onto the property line. So, I mean, and again, without a permit, so,
Okay,
all right,
thank you, sir.
all right.
Anyone else speak on this matter? Well,
I said that there wasn't a permit to do the billing. Had she gone through the proper procedures, we wouldn't have been here tonight, because the billing would have been done properly.
That's something you have to take up with the building department. We're simply the Board of
We've
Adjustments.
been talking to them, and,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
All right,
we understand.
anybody else wish to speak on this matter?
No one else has signed up.
No one else signed up? Okay. We'll close public comment. Any motions, questions, discussion?
I'm not following if it's actually 3.9 or 5.5, 4.5. Lance, do you know which,
Yeah, she has a survey that shows
The
that it's
actual
5.5.
Louisiana survey?
5.5, yes.
Louisiana Land
Or
Survey?
4.5, I'm sorry, 4.5.
Ma'am, we've already closed the public comment.
We're not here to work against y'all. I promise you. So, I mean, Lance, last time she came, I'm sorry, buddy. Last time she came, the building wasn't there. Nothing was there last time, right?
No, it was built.
No, it was constructed. It was there.
It was there?
Yes. Yeah, we put a stop work order on it.
Okay.
Not sure, no, it just kind of says.
Yeah, if,
I mean, my thoughts on it is, she didn't even show up tonight to, kind of state her case and come take care of this deal.
Okay.
So that kind of shows a lot on her character there. It's just my feelings on it. I'm not sure how you guys feel about it.
Did she call and say she couldn't make it, or?
She submitted an email that I gave to Steve that stated that if she didn't show up, she was tearing the building down. Yes, that she would be tearing the building down.
Okay, well, I guess she's gonna be tearing it down. That closes that matter, I think.
I make a motion to deny.
motion denied by Mr. Willie Robinson,
I'll second it.
second by Jake Jofron, all in favor?
Ah.
Aye.
Go fast.
Motion to deny. Okay, next up we have, I got lost in my paperwork here. Jeez. How did I lose, where did it go? Hold on. I'm sorry. Oh, I got it right here. Next up, we have zoning review ID PZ 2851.22, lot X2 for Timothy Shows. Anybody here speak on that matter? You, Timothy? Okay, would you step up to the mic and tell us what you got going on here? And
Good evening, gentlemen.
good evening.
So, built this house about a year ago, and I'm applying for a permit to build a shop. I'm trying to build a 20-foot by 20-foot shop on the back of my property, behind my house. And before I realized I needed a permit for the shop, I started pouring concrete and getting the plans to have the shop built and went about that. Well, To build the shop, I would have to build it it's encroaching 10 feet on the back property setback, which is a 20-foot setback. So I would have to build about 10 feet into that setback, which would still have another 10 feet to the back property line. For right now, it's my parents that are living behind me on that property, so obviously they don't have an issue with it. But I mean, in 10, 15 years from now when they go, it'll be a different property owner. But
Yeah.
ultimately, I'm requesting a variance to build the shop, the 20-foot by 20-foot shed, encroaching on that setback.
Is there any, utility lines or anything between your back property line and your parents'?
Yeah, so there's a
house?
utility line right above the line, and building the shop, it's going to be right up to, but it's not underneath. It's not directly underneath. It's a little bit before that utility line.
Uh-huh.
But there is, yes, so there is I believe it's energy utility line that runs east and west of the property,
Is that underground?
overground.
Oh,
It's
overhead.
it's above, yes.
Okay.
It's definitely much higher than the shop would be, but it is above the ground.
So that utility line there, what's it serving?
I'm not sure, sir. I'm assuming the house west of our property lines. The house on Duplessis, I think it's Mr.
So
Mr.
the power
Price.
line comes down, which looks to be a road or a driveway that, I don't know.
Yeah, there's another private drive that goes to the house in the back. I'm not sure if it services them or not. I know it's been there ever since I grew up. I'm not sure who it services.
Services that back house.
Do you have a, let's see, where's
Here.
directions? So the power line runs down that back property line, which would be from west to east, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And no other utilities there?
No, well, there is to the east of my property, but it doesn't come anywhere close to the shop. It's
Okay.
on the other side of the property line, far from the setback.
I see on your map here, I've got a question. You've got some space between the shop pad and the house. How much space is between the shop and the house?
When the shop would be built, it'd be about 2.5 feet between the house and the shop. And ultimately, the shop was purposed to enclose my water well. And then I just I increased it to 20 by 20 for storage and for tools and things like that.
And you can't widen your shop out rather than lengthen it? It looks like you got some.
poured a slab, so.
Yes, the slab is poured, and I could, but then it would leave me very little room for back patio space. It's kind of off to the back right of my property as
I
opposed
see
to
that,
being.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
Let me go back to utility.
Stole your question.
Let me, well, obviously, so that's your parents right behind you on lot X, or I guess? or-
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Directly north of me.
X1. So there's not a power line that goes between, like, going east to west, is there?
Yes, sir.
I
It's-
just don't see it. Okay, I see that, but I just didn't see the actual line.
So the power pole is at the very northeast corner of my
Yeah.
property.
I see
And
that one.
it runs north-south as well as one line from west to east, or from east to west, I'm sorry, to
Yeah, I can
to
see
the
it
other side
angling.
towards Duplessis.
Yeah, I see it angling across your neighbor's yard.
Yes, sir.
But I just don't see it, don't get me wrong, I just don't see it between your mom's and your mom's and your yard.
Right.
But I just want to make sure it's there. And then secondly is, Energy has a 12-foot servitude. Are you within that 12-foot? I don't
Oh,
enforce Energy, I'm just
Yeah, no,
asking.
I'm not sure, sir. I actually I didn't check that. I was
I'm
just
seeing,
checking.
well, I'm seeing 12-foot. Is that what that's for, Lance? Am I reading that right or no? I see
Yeah,
an
12
arrow
foot is
now.
for the
12 foot
utilities, he's gonna be on the opposite side of it.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
that
that's
utility
It goes that
line,
way.
that utility line that's running, it's just a line that's servicing someone, there's no
Oh, it's a
servitude or
secondary?
anything. Yeah, it's
Okay,
just like one
okay.
that's running to your property,
Yeah,
there's no
never mind.
servitude.
I'm good now. I was just making sure it was on the high side.
Yes.
All right.
Any other questions? Anybody sign up?
No one signed up.
All right. Close public comment. I'm wondering if, would it be a good motion for someone to pass if he were to get his parents to grant a servitude, partial service, a couple feet on their property so he's not squeezing energy trying to work in a 10-foot servitude after his building's built. I guess it's not even a servitude there for.
Yeah, it says if it's a secondary, they don't have a servitude. If it's a line that drops to your house, you don't have to have a servitude for it.
Okay.
And there's a 25 setback. And I don't know if the mortgage would let the servitude.
Okay.
So,
To 25, something?
there's a 25-foot setback
Yeah.
already, but I mean, if you start doing servitude, you gotta mess with mortgages and all too sometimes, so.
I got you. Okay. Any other questions, comments, motions?
Your mom wants you to build a shop in her front yard, man, it's weird.
It would let me, but.
I personally don't, there's no drainage right there. The parish doesn't have any drainage. There's no other utilities. I personally don't see a problem.
Is that a motion?
So you making a
I'm
motion?
letting Willie make the motion.
I'll make a motion to accept as written.
A motion accept by Mr. Willie Robinson,
I'll second it.
second by Devin Graham. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Variance is granted. Thank you, sir.
What's the next step?
He'll take care, he'll take care,
See how quick we opened that?
he'll take care of you from here.
Yeah, if you don't mind, just wait till after.
All right, next up, we have zoning review ID PZ 2853.22, track D2A1, John A. Jones property for Ty Gross. Step up to the mic, tell us what you're trying to do here.
My name is Brian Aguilar, and I'm here representing Mr. Ty Goetz, which is sitting back here, who owns this particular building. This building was built for Mauser. It's an industrial company that makes molds, tanks for the chemical plants. And building was built in 2017, plans submitted, went through permit office. Nobody even realized there was a height requirement. We recently noticed it on a survey, and we're just here trying to clear it up. The building has equipment in it that a big molding machine. The buildings, I think, was built to, I had it on my phone, but I had to leave my phone in my truck, but I think the building was built to 46, 47 feet.
Yes, 46, I think it says.
Maximum of height requirement of 35 per zone. But this is at a building at the dead end road of Talon Drive. It's surrounded by all light industrial buildings, very unnoticeable. I don't even think if you drove by it, you would notice that it is above the required height. So basically, we're just asking for the variance to clear it up.
Gotcha, okay.
It's not, yeah, we're just trying to clear it up.
What's the zoning in this area, Mr. Aguilar?
Light industrial.
Light industrial, okay. All right, anybody got any questions for Mr. Aguilar? Nope.
We just, basically the top's just open space, and it's just where the equipment runs back and forth with the cranes and all. You don't have any offices, structures, anything up there, right?
There's an office on the,
But it's below the 35 feet, I imagine?
oh yeah, the
Okay.
office is kind of built on the side of the building.
Yeah.
It's a much lower
But I'm
elevation.
saying, the height's just roof line, really?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The main structure of the building, though, houses the equipment, which was, it's unintentional.
Yeah.
We didn't do it on purpose. Nobody realized it. It was submitted to the permit office, and they approved it with, not
Gotcha.
even realizing it either. But like I said, we're just trying to clear it up.
Good, okay, all right. Any other questions? Comments? Anybody sign up to speak?
No one signed up.
Okay, close the public comment. Any questions, comments, motions?
The only thing I'll say is, I think the 35-foot rule really helps with fire safety and all, dealing with more dwellings and multi-office areas. This is just open space. I really doubt it's even catches on fire, so.
Yeah, well, I spoke to the fire guy, and they equipped to go 4 stories high, which
Yeah,
is,
they got a pump truck and all there, so.
about that, so, there's no, it's a good question, there's no office space or anything up there we gotta worry about
As long as there's no human-
extinguishing fires or getting people out of it if it does catch on fire. Motion?
Go ahead, Jake, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a motion to accept it.
Motion to
Variance,
accept,
please.
as written by Mr. Jake Jofrion, second. Second by Mr. Willie Robinson, all in favor? Variance granted. Motion passes. Next up, we have, let me find my paper again. Any old business? I guess part of the old business would be we're still looking for one more board member. If
And I think someone applied.
we have an application,
I think we do, yes, sir. Last I heard,
all right, but hadn't been,
not that I'm aware of.
okay,
Is the rule is they still need to live in this parish? Is that still the rule on that?
still a rule.
I saw we got a couple of new council members. I guess that rule doesn't apply there, huh?
No, they're all in the pair.
All of them?
Yep.
Oh, good.
They'll live here to work here.
Good deal.
Okay, any new business?
No, sir.
No new business. All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Motion to adjourn by Willie Robinson, second by Devin Graham. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.